Hey, what's up? This is Scott with Level Up Tutorials, and in this video we're going to be showing you Sketch Modulizer. Now, Sketch Modulizer is a plugin that functions similar to another one that we had that created auto buttons for you by having a padding layer. However, the functionality with Modulizer is significantly easier to get going and has much less chance of something going wrong when trying to use it. So let's check out Sketch Modulizer right now. Okay, so to get going with Modulizer, really what we need to do is we can come to Sketch Toolbox and we can type in Modulizer, so M-O-D, and as you can see it's right here. Let's go ahead and install Modulizer. So Modulizer really just easily allows you to add padding for buttons and things like that that can be adjusted dynamically for when your content changes, and like I said, it's super easy, so it makes things sort of pretty turnkey. So what we're first going to do is create a rectangle. We'll just use a rounded rectangle because it's going to be a button, and that's a pretty common thing to see. So we have a rounded rectangle here. Let's take some text. It's set as a monofont right now. I'm just going to go ahead and put it as anything other than that, essentially. I'll use din, and din bold is just fine. Let's go ahead and adjust the font size, make it nice and big. We're going to say button. Okay, and now like most buttons we can go ahead and modify them a little. I'm going to turn off the borders. I'm going to just make it this nice blue color here, and that's really it. Let's even change the font color to something like white. There we go, we have a button. Now let's go ahead and select both of these layers. You can just drag and select both of these layers. Now we can select our new plugin, which was Modulizer. Now what we can do is the Modulizer command, which is Shift Command M, so Shift Command M. And these paddings are sort of all wrong, so let's say we want something like, let's say 40 on the top, 40 on the bottom, and 20 on both sides. We can say 40, 20, 40, 20. Okay, now let's go ahead and click OK. And as you can see, this button is now pretty tall and not very long. If we select this button layer, the text, and hit our Alt and C, you can see we have 40 on the top and bottom and 20 on the left and right. And what's cool about this is that in some of these other plugins, like the button padding one, we had to create this layer ourselves, but what it actually did is it renamed our rectangular layer to the 40-20, 40-20. Now because of that, we already have the format built in to do it. And it's cool because it put them both into a group. If we were to have this group selected and do Command-Shift-M once more, you can see nothing's going to happen because it's going to be looking for these values. So we can come in here and modify these values directly. We can leave the 40 and 40 as it is, but let's change the 20 to something like, let's go 100. Let's go big. And we have 100 on both sides. Now with the group selected, Shift Command M, and you see it's automatically changing the size of our button. Let's change this text to no longer say button. Well, let's say it's just going to be an add button. So it says add, let's select the group, Control Shift M, and adjust the button accordingly. Now let's check out the values that's going on here. Let's set this to something that's drastically different. Let's do 40, 10, 140, 200. Select a group, once again, Control Shift M, and let's check this out. So with this open, I'm going to select the text layer, hold Alt. You can see we have 40 on the top, 10 on the right, 140 on the bottom, and 200 on the left. So as you can see, it goes top, right, bottom, left, clockwise around, starting at the top. And so let's reset this to something totally sane instead of that, and we do, let's say 40, 80, 40, 80, enter. Okay, Shift Command M. We have a nice, just a really nice button creation tool. What's cool about this is that we can duplicate this. We can change this. Let's change text to delete. Let's take cap locks off. Delete. Okay, I'm gonna change the background to be red now, like so. We now have a red button. I'm gonna select this group. Control Shift M, And we now have our add and delete buttons, and it took no time at all. And it's just really super great and easy to use. So this is Sketch Modulizer. It's a package I highly recommend. It's super easy, responsive button creation in Sketch 3. So as always, this is Scott with Level Up Tutorials. If you have any questions or comments, leave a comment in the video or hit us up at Facebook or Twitter. We love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.